As a small business owner, you may already have a great product or service, but creating your own website can feel confusing, expensive, or overwhelming sometimes. Or maybe you're a beginner who wants to learn how to build a website with WordPress, but you're not sure where to start. You might have considered hiring a developer, tried complicated tools, or depended on others just to make simple updates to your website. In this course, we take a different and more practical approach. This course is designed for small business owners who want to build their own website and for beginners who want to learn website creation using WordPress, step by step. Instead of relying on external developers or complex tools, you will learn how to create, manage, and explore your own website independently using WordPress without any coding skills. Before we jump in, let me quickly explain what we'll actually be doing in this course. We start with WordPress fundamentals. This is where everything begins. I'll help you understand how WordPress works in a simple way, what's important, and what you really need to pay attention to, and what you can safely ignore for now. So when you open WordPress, you don't feel overwhelmed or confused. Then, we'll talk about domains and hosting. This part usually sounds scary, but it's actually not. I'll explain it in a very practical way. What a domain is, what hosting is, and how they work together to get your website online. You'll know exactly what you need without getting stuck in technical details. After that, we'll move into the essential tools inside WordPress. These are the tools you'll use every time you update your website, adding pages, editing content, changing layouts. I'll show you which tools matter the most, so you don't waste time exploring things you don't really need for now. And finally, we'll go through the website building process itself. We'll build a real website step by step, from a blank page to a finished site. You'll see how everything comes together, and more importantly, you'll understand why each step matters. So later, you can do it again for your own business. By the end of this course, you won't just know what WordPress is, you'll feel comfortable using it, exploring it, and improving your website on your own. Now let's talk about domain and hosting. This part sounds technical at first, but it's actually very simple once you understand the idea. Think of your website like a house. Your domain name is the address of that house. It's what people type into their browser to find you online. Something like yoursite.com, wesite.co, .id, and stuff like that. It doesn't store anything, it just tells people where to go. Web hosting is the land where your house lives. This is where all your website files are stored, your pages, images, and content. Without hosting, there's nowhere for your website to actually exist. When you put them together, that's when your website goes live. Your domain simply points visitors to your hosting, and your hosting delivers the website to their screen. Once you understand this relationship, using a domain and hosting becomes much easier, and you won't feel lost when setting up your website later in the course. Before we start building, it's important to understand the basic structure of the website. Once this part is clear, everything else in WordPress will make a lot of more sense. First, let's talk about pages and posts. Pages are usually used for content that doesn't change often, like about, services, or contact pages. Posts are different. They're more update or blog content and they appear in chronological order. Next is homepage. Think of this as the front door of your website. It's often the first page people see. So, its main job to clearly explain who you are, what you offer, and what visitors should do next. Then, we have navigation menu. This is what helps visitors move around your website easily. A good menu makes it simple for people to find the most important pages without getting confused. And finally, there's the header and footer. These are the consistent sections at the top and bottom of your website. They help create a clean, professional structure and usually contain things like your logo, menu, and important links. WordPress Dashboard. This is basically your control center. From here, you'll manage your pages, posts, media, settings, everything related to your website. Once you're familiar with the dashboard, you'll feel much more comfortable working inside WordPress. Next, we have themes. Themes control the overall look and feel of your website, like the layout, colors, typography. You can think of a theme as the visual foundation of your site, which you can customize to match your brand. And finally, we'll talk about page builders. Page builders allow you to design layout visually by arranging elements on the screen without writing any code. In this course, we'll focus on using the native WordPress builder, Gutenberg, so you can build clean, flexible layouts while keeping your website simple and easy to maintain. So this is the overview of the website we're going to make. We have homepage here with the view section, as you can see on your screen. Now we have about page with hero section, our story section, and our philosophy section, and etc. And in services page, we have a list of services that we're going to make using a plugin using AC app, which is we're going to create a custom post type, and a custom single page. And here gallery page, there's an image, lot of images. This is to show the visitors about the gallery, and this is our blog page, and this is the single page. We have article, next button, CTA section. Can go to different pages, and in contact form, we have form and the left side. We're going to use plugin Forminator to create this form. There's this type of event, that, and other form. So yeah, this is the home page. Now we're going to talk about local WordPress setup. This is an important step, especially if you're new to WordPress, because this is where you'll practice and explore without any pressure. So, what does local WordPress development actually mean? Simply put, it means you build and test your website right on your own computer, not on the internet. Think of it as your personal practice field. No one else can see it, nothing is public, and you're free to experiment as much as you want before the real game starts. Your website lives on your computer. There's no public access, no hosting costs, and no risk of breaking a live website. This makes it a very safe environment to learn, make mistakes, and really understand how WordPress works. When you're just getting started with WordPress and Gutenberg, it's very common to feel a bit overwhelmed. If some tools feel complicated or confusing at first, don't be too hard on yourself. It's not because you're bad at it, it's simply because the learning curve is quite steep in the beginning. Many beginners struggle with manual configuration, where small setup details can easily turn into headache. Database setup is another area that often causes confusion, especially when you're not familiar with how WordPress connects to the database behind the scenes. On top of that, PHP version mismatch can suddenly break things, even when you feel like you did everything right. And then there's error troubleshooting. Errors can seem endless, and sometimes they appear without a clear explanation. But the important thing to remember is these challenges are completely normal. Every WordPress developer has been through this phase, and with time, practice, and the right workflow, these problems become much easier to handle. To run WordPress locally, we first need a local development tool. There are quite a few options available, and if you look around online, you'll notice that different people recommend different tools. That's completely normal because each tool has its own strength and designed for slightly different types of users. Local by WP Engine is one of the most popular choices, especially for beginners. It's very easy to use, supports one-click WordPress installation, and even comes with built-in SSL. Since it's made specifically for WordPress, many things just work out of the box, which make it comfortable starting point if you're still learning the basics. XAMPP XAMPP is another well-known option. It's free and works on multiple operating systems, which is great. However, the setup process is more manual, and you usually need a bit more technical knowledge to get everything running properly. For beginners, this can feel slightly challenging at first. MAMP MAMP is also commonly used and is quite easy to install on both Mac and Windows. It's a good option if you want something simple to get started. That said, some useful features are only available in the paid version, so depending on your needs, that's something to keep in mind. There's Laragon. It's fast, lightweight, and portable, which makes it very popular among developers. However, it's more developer-oriented, and for beginners, the interface configuration option can feel a bit overwhelming at the beginning. Before we move on, it's important to understand once again the difference between local hosting and live hosting. Local hosting is private and safe. You can work offline, experiment freely, and build your website without any cost. Live hosting, on the other hand, is where your website becomes public. It's a paid service. Your site is accessible to real users and you get real traffic. In this course, we'll start locally first, so you can learn comfortably before thinking about launching your website live. Once you're ready, moving from local to live will feel much more confident and controlled. So now, this is where things start to get fun. Because now, we're moving into Gutenberg, the no-code way to build websites with WordPress. Gutenberg lets you build pages visually using blocks, so you can focus on layout, content, and structure without writing any code. You'll learn how blocks work, how to rank content, and how to build clean, professional layout that actually makes sense for small business websites. So let's talk about Gutenberg and post-site editing for a moment. If you've been using WordPress for a while, this might feel a bit different from what you used to. Gutenberg is basically the block editor in WordPress. Instead of one big text area like the old editor, everything is a block. Text is a block, images are blocks, buttons are blocks. You just take and arrange them to build your content. It's more visual and way easier once you get used to it. A bit of history here. Gutenberg was introduced around 2018, and honestly a lot of people didn't like it at first. It felt strange and incomplete, but the idea was to move WordPress toward a more modern and flexible editing experience. At the start, Gutenberg was only for posts and pages. You couldn't really touch the header or footer. That's where full site editing or FSE comes. FSE lets you use the same block system to design the entire website, headers, footers, templates, and everything. So in simple terms, Gutenberg is about editing content with blocks, and full site editing is about using those blocks to control the whole site. Same concept, just taken further. Please open the local WP application that you have already downloaded. This is roughly what the initial screen looks like. Click the plus button to add a new website. Choose Create New Website, then click Continue. Next, enter the project name for the website we're going to build. Then click Continue again. Select Preferred as the environment setup, then click Continue. After that, enter a username and password. Since this is for learning purposes, we'll use something simple for now. But for more serious or production projects, make sure to use a unique, relevant, and secure username and password. Now click Add Site and wait for the installation process to finish. This may take a moment. Feel free to grab snack while you're waiting. Once you see a green dot next to your website name, it means your site is now active. Click one-click admin login to log in instantly without needing to re-enter your username and password. Alright, now click the WP admin button to go to the WordPress dashboard. We're now inside the WordPress dashboard. On the left-hand side, you'll see several menus. If this is your first time, don't worry, you'll get used to it very quickly. We'll start by exploring the setting menu. Go ahead and click General. On this page, you'll find settings for the site title, administration email, and the site icon. The WordPress URL shown here is automatically generated by local WP. You can leave it as it for now, since we're working in local environment. Here, you can also adjust the time zone to match your website needs if it's not already set correctly. You can customize the date format as well as the time format. Now we're in the writing section under Settings. In the first section, you'll find the default post category setting. This option determines which category is automatically assigned, and you create a new post without selecting a category manually. By default, WordPress uses the uncategorized category. It's recommended to change this to a more relevant category, so your website content structure stay organized. Next is default post format. This setting defines the default format for new posts, such as standard, aside, gallery, and others. For most websites, especially blogs and business websites, using the standard format is more than enough. After that, we have post via email, also known as the mail server settings. This feature allows you to publish WordPress posts through email. It's rarely used and generally not necessary for beginners. If you don't plan to use this feature, you can simply leave these fields empty. At the bottom, you'll find Update Services. These features notify certain services when you publish a new post, such as ping services or search engines. By default, WordPress already includes the required services, so in most cases, there's no need to change anything here. Overall, the writing settings page is not something you'll modify very often. The most important setting here is default post category. The other option can usually be left at their default values. Once you're done, don't forget to click Save Changes. Click Settings, then select Reading. In the first section, you'll find your homepage displays. These settings controls what appears on your website's homepage. If you choose your latest post, the homepage will display your most recent blog post. This option is ideal for blogs or news websites. If you choose a static page, you can assign a specific page as your home page and another page as your post page. This option is commonly used for company website, landing pages, and business website. Below that, you'll see blog pages show at most. The setting defines the maximum number of posts on a single blog page. A higher number means more posts per page, but it may affect loading performance. Next is syndication feeds show the most recent. This option controls how many posts are displayed in your RSS feed. In most cases, the default value is sufficient and rarely needs to be changed. After that, dates for each post in feed include. If you select full text, the entire article content will appear in the feed. If you select excerpt, only summary of the article will be shown. For better security and performance, using excerpt is generally recommended. At the bottom, you'll find search engine visibility. When this option is checked, WordPress will ask search engines like Google not to index your websites. This is usually used while the website is still under development. Now let's talk about the permalink settings in WordPress. To access this page, go to WordPress dashboard, click Settings, then select Permalinks. At the top, you'll see Common Settings, which control permalink structure. A permalink is the URL structure used for posts, pages on your website. The first option is plain. The structure uses the post ID in the URL and is not recommended, and it's not SEO friendly and difficult to read. The next option is day and name. The structure includes the published date and the post title in the URL. It's commonly used for news websites, but the URL can become quite long. After that, we have month and name. This option shows the month and the post title in the URL. It's still relatively long and it's rarely used for business websites. Next is numeric. The structure uses numbers only in the URL and is also not recommended. The most common and highly recommended option is post name. The structure uses the post title as the URL, making it shorter, easier to read, and more SEO friendly. At the bottom, you'll find custom structure. This option allows you to create a custom URL structure using specific tags. However, for beginners, it's best to stick with the post and name option. To access this menu, click Appearance, then select Themes. This page displays all the themes available on your WordPress website. A theme controls the visual appearance and design of your site, including the layout, colors, and typography. The theme that is currently in use will be marked as active. Only one theme can be active on a WordPress website at a time. To view more details about the theme, hover your cursor over it and click Theme Details. Here, you can see information such as theme version, the developer, and the features it offers. If you want to switch to a different theme, however, hover over the theme you want and click Active. Once activated, your website appearance will immediately change based on the theme. To add a new theme, click the Add New button at the top. Now we're going to practice creating a group blog. First, click Pages, then click Add New or Add Page. If a pop-up like this appears, we'll just ignore it for now. Simply click the X or close button. This is our editor canvas. At this point, we haven't edited anything yet. First, let's add the title, and after that, click Publish. Next, click just below the title and press the slash to add a new block. Search for group, then select it. You'll see several layout options. Choose one that you like. Now, click the hamburger menu on the top left to open the list view. Here, you can see the group block we just created. It's still empty. Let's rename this group to something more meaningful based on what we need. When you hover your mouse over the group or any block, you'll see several configuration options. Here, we'll set the layout to full width. On the right-hand side, we can adjust the style settings. We can set the background color, either by choosing an existing color or creating a custom one. In this example, I'll choose black. We can also adjust the padding and margin as needed. You can use the sliders provided or enter custom values manually. You are also free to choose the units such as pixels, percentage, or others. If you're not familiar with these units yet, don't worry. I have included detailed notes in this course. Please take some time to review them. Lastly, we can also define a minimum height for this group, so it functions properly as a section. Now we're going to practice working with columns. Besides using the slash method like before, this time we'll add a block by clicking the plus button at the top, then searching for the column blocks. Click on it, then choose the column layout you want. In this example, I select the 50-50 column layout. Next, we'll set the column to full width. After that, I'll change the background color to yellow. To remove the top and bottom margin, simply drag the margin slider to the right, then back to the left until it resets. If you're not yet familiar with the difference between margin and padding, don't worry. I have provided notes for you to study in this course. First, I want to add a heading and a subheading in the group section we created earlier. I'll use an H1 heading here, because this will act as the main title of the page, but it won't be displayed as the global set header. In the left column, we'll add another heading this time and H2. You can type any title you like, depending on your content needs. Then, in the right column, we'll add a text block. Here, I'm using dummy text, specifically lorem ipsum dolorsit amet, which is commonly used as placeholder text. Next, I want to adjust the top and bottom padding. We can also experiment with borders if we want to add more visual separation. To control alignment and text styles, simply click on the heading block and choose the text alignment and style option you prefer. That's it for now. Don't forget to click the Save button. In this section, we're going to create a cover, and you can just follow along with me. I'll choose before because I want the cover to appear at the very top of the page. Once the menu shows up, you can click Upload if you want to use an image, or choose a color if you prefer a solid background instead. Here, I'm using an image that I already prepared. You can use a different image if you want, or use the same one I have included in this course. Feel free to experiment with the available options if you want to explore a bit. For now, we'll set the cover to full width. Then, we'll adjust the overlay level and its color. If needed, we can also tweak the padding and margin. Next, let's move to the second section and remove any unnecessary margin. We'll change the heading to heading 2, and for the cover header, we're using heading H1. After that, we'll adjust the font size, add a subheading, and center the text. Add a subheading and center the text. Finally, to set the minimum height for the cover. Now we're going to insert an image block into one of the columns. Place your cursor right after the word Sid Ahmed, then press Enter. After that, press slash on your keyboard and type image. Click Upload, then choose the image you want to use. You can also add alternative text if needed. From here, you can experiment with the image settings. You can adjust the aspect ratio and the width of the image. You can choose whether you want it rounded or keep it default. There are also filters available if you want to use them. Margin, padding, and border options are here as well, so feel free to play around with those. Once you're done, don't forget to click Save. Now we're going to add a button next to the heading in section 2. Click the heading block, then choose after so the new block appears right after the heading. Next, type slash and select button. Enter the text you want for the button. Then we'll move on to the styling. You can choose between fill or outline. Then pick the background color you like. Adjust the font size so it looks balanced. For padding, we'll customize it manually. Set the border to 0 and also set the border radius to 0. Now, select both the heading and the button by holding Shift and clicking them one by one. Right-click, then choose Group. Change the group layout to row, so the heading and button sit side by side. As an alternative, you can also use grid. Set the grid item position to manual. Change the column to 2, so the button moves to the right side. Finally, select the button inside the button block and set Justify option to right. Next, we're going to set up the font styles or typography for our website. Go to WordPress dashboard, click Appearance, then select Customize. After that, open Styles and choose Typography. In this typography settings, we'll be using two font families, Flyfair Display and DM Sans. We'll use DM Sans for the body text. This font has a clean, modern, and highly readable appearance, which makes it comfortable for longer paragraphs. Now type DM Sans. It has 8 variants and we're going to choose the normal one. DM Sans, normal, click install. And after that, we go to back. And now type Playfair. There's shown many other fonts. Playfair Display, it has 12 variants. You're not going to select it all. You're going to have normal 1 to 600 and also italic one. Okay, now check this one again. And now we scroll down. We're looking for Playfair Italic. Playfair Display Italic. Yeah, 600, 400, 500, and 600. Install. Or maybe 600, we don't need that. Font installed successfully. Back again. Now in the library tab, we're going to remove this Vira code. If you have the same typography, just unselect it and click update. And going to close. Now I'm going to exit this main drop. We're going to uncheck this one as well. Click update. And now we successfully updated and click close. Now go to text and let's change the typography. Let's change to DM Sun. You can see in the right side the block text is changing the font or typography. Now go back. Now I want to go to links, and for font let's change to DM Sun as well. Go back again Now go to headings and font. I want it to be play fair display for all heading H1 until H6, and yeah, that's good for now. Go back again. Okay, now we're going to work on colors. Click colors and edit palette and click custom. I already have the list of colors. You can check this not on attachment file in this course. Now we're going to have gray one, copy paste and copy the color code, paste on this one, and go to another gray 2, click plus, oops, sorry, gray 2, and paste the color code, and after that for heading click copy and then click plus, heading and click copy the color code, click the color circle and paste the color code. And after that for text, we're going to color for text here, plus again, and copy paste text, and also copy paste the color code as well. This one, paste, and then for button, we're going to have button, click plus, click paste, and copy the color code, copy, and paste here. Just like that. Now we have finished our color palette here. Click done. And after that, we're going to back and we're going to change the text heading to text. Then for links, let's change the color with custom color we created before. Okay, now click review change. Click review change and save. Click save. Now we're going back to create our page. We're going to have several pages. Go to page and click add page. But first, I'm going to move to trash this to default page. Click apply. And after that, click page. Now this is our window. Just close this one. I'm going to create this home page for first page. Type home in title. And after that, click publish. Click publish again. Now we're going to have another page. Let's close these windows again. It's just repeating. Yeah, it's just repeating step. Now we have about page and click publish. And after that, we can also use this button here, add page. Pause again. Now this is services page. Without page, just services. and click publish again. Click publish. Hit publish, add page. Now we're going to create gallery page. For now, it's all just white canvas. We're going to work on the content letter. Have gallery and click publish again. Click publish again. And add page. This is close. I'm going to have journals or blog page. It will contain our post. Now publish. And now the last page, click add page again. Close again this window. And type contact page. This is going to be our contact page where there is form. We're going to work on that letter. Publish. Now here we have our page. Now we're going back to appearance. Go to editor. Click navigation and click on the header. Click edit. Now we're going to the hamburger menu. Click block. Click the group and go to block and change the padding and also the margin. And for the group inside group, we're going to change the padding as well and the margin as well. Reset it. And the row inside it, we reset the padding. And for the site title, we're going to change the font, the typography. Change to Play Fair. And change the font size to 24px. And for the appearance, choose regular. After that, for the navigation, you can click on the right side in the hamburger menu. There's pages that we have created before. Let's arrange it again so the home will be the first on the list. Yeah, there's a mistake, but we fix it for the arrangement of navigation menu. And now for navigation style, let's change the font to DM Sans. And for the font size, we can choose medium, small. I'm going to choose small. And after that, click row. click group. Then we're going to change the padding again, 24px top and bottom, and for margin is 80px. Click save for now. Yeah, now we can see this is our header. For the text color, we change, click save again. And for now, click the second group and make it full width, and go to the columns and make it full width as well. And for the separator, we're going to make it full width as well. For the second group, go to the style and give it a padding in column, just keep it padding top and right and left. For right and left 80, and for top and bottom and in the paragraph, for the copyright, make it group and make it align center for the paragraph copyright, and give it a in padding 32 for top and bottom 128. And after that, for the site title, let's change the color of the text. And for typography, let's go to font and change to Flavor. And the font size, we change it with manually for 20px. And for the paragraph, let's change it font change to DM Sans. And for the font size, and to give it 14. And for navigation, in navigate, change to 12px and change the text color. And after that, for navigation, let's change the orientation. And for the font as well, let's change to DM Sans. And for the font size, 12 pixel. 12 pixels. And for block spacing, and do it for the contact section as well. Let's change the text color and also the font size 14 pixel. And and for the paragraph as well, let's change the font size. Let's change the block spacing in the group of email. And also the font type or typography, change to DM Sans. Now go to DM Sans. And now for the text of copyright, change the font size so it won't really big. Change to 12 pixel. And click save for now. And for now, click the second group and make it full width, and go to the columns and make it full width as well. And for the separator, we're going to make it full width as well. For the second group, go to the style and give it a padding in column, just keep it padding top and right and left. For right and left 80, and for top and bottom and in the paragraph for the copyright, make it group and make it align center for the paragraph copyright, and give it a in padding 32 for top and bottom 128. And after that, for the site title, let's change the color of the text. And for typography, let's go to font and change to Flavor. And the font size, we change it with manually for 20px. And for the paragraph, let's change it font change to DM Sans. And for the font size, and to give it 14. And for navigation, in navigate, change to 12px and change the text color. And after that, for navigation, let's change the orientation. And for the font as well, let's change to DM Sans. And for the font size, 12 pixel. 12 pixels. And for block spacing, and do it for the contact section as well. Let's change the text color and also the font size 14 pixel. And and for the paragraph as well, let's change the font size. Let's change the block spacing in the group of email. And also the font type or typography, change to DM Sans. Now go to DM Sans. And now for the text of copyright, change the font size so it won't really big. Change to 12 pixel. And click Save for now. Now we have our footer, and we're going to back to pages and go to home. Let's close the pattern for now and let's view page. Now this is our home page. We have header and footer and the title of the page. Now here, click template, change template. We're going to choose page no title. Save again, and you're going to see our home page again. Now the title of the page is gone. Okay, and now click the block plus block again and add cover and upload the image for home image and click open. And for now we have cover and paragraph. And let's add or insert the heading block H1 and drag it to the top. Let's copy paste the heading text and the text of subheading as well for the paragraph under the heading. Click cover and make it full width, so it will full width, and also align text center. For the heading, I'm going to change the text color and also the font size. Let's change to 60px, and for paragraph, text center as well, and change the font color. And after that, for font size, let's change it to 20 pixel. And insert block again. You're going to have a buttons in our cover. Let's copy the text for our button. Now let's make it item center, so the buttons will be centered like the heading and the paragraph. And after that, we're going to change the background color. Going to change the background color. And also the text color as well. And change the typography to DM Sans and also the font size. And for the border, we're going to make it 0. Also border radius, we're going to make it 0. And for the cover, back to cover again, we're going to have a block spacing about 16 pixel, I guess, or 24. And back to button again, I want to change the padding like 16 pixels for top and bottom and 20 pixels for left and right. Click save. And now we have our first section. This is the first section of the home page. And for the cover, I want to change the minimum height to pH. pH is like vertical height, so 80 vertical height. And now this is the hero section of the home page. And I want to change the heading to full width so it won't be wrapped. Yeah, something like that. And add now we have already our cover section. After that, I'm going to create another section and slash, going to insert row for now, and in the first column upload image for the left section. Yeah, and after that click add after, and we're going to have a stack, group for now, or maybe just paragraph. Yeah, and copy paste the title and duplicate. Now we have our text again. add duplicate. Now just copy the paragraph. I'm going to make this one a heading, and for the second paragraph, and drag the heading to the second position. And yeah, for the paragraph, I'm going to pass in the third paragraph, so it will have two paragraphs after heading. Just block all using Shift and click one by one, and right click and click group. So we have our paragraph section in the left, in the right, I mean. And after that, it's going to rename our section to our story section and save to make it clear, yeah. And we're going to align top for the image. In the padding, we're going to reset for now. Also the margin, we're going to reset for now. And for the image, we're going to okay, I think for the image, we're going to have an alternative text. And after that, let's go to paragraph for our story title. I think I'm going to make the section full width for now. And for the padding, top and bottom, I'm going to make it 128 and 80 for left and right, so it will more clear. And for block spacing, I'm going to reset for now and give it 80 pixel. And for our story title, I'm going to change the typography. For font, I want to make it DM Sans. And for lettercase, I want to uppercase with 12 on font size. And for the heading, I want to change the color to more black, to more dark. And I want to change the font size as well to 36 or 38. 38. And for the paragraph color, I mean for paragraph font, I want to change typography to the DM Sans as well, and change the font size to 18, so it won't too big, and change the alignment. I think the left alignment is good. And do the same for the next paragraph, because it's just, the same. DM Sans and 18 pixels on font size. And after that, in group, in our story section, going to align middle, so the text and the paragraph will in the middle vertically, as you see on the screen. And for the background, the section, let's change it and save. Yeah, it's good for now. And now we have our second section. If we scroll, image on the left side and paragraph text on the right side. Now we're going to create the next section. Let's insert stack for now. And we're going to copy the block we have created before to the stack we have, and also copy the title, I mean the heading. So I guess some error here. So duplicate and drag to the stack, to the new stack. And after that, I want to go to reset the padding and also the margin. And let's change the title or the text. And also the heading, the text of the heading, we're going to change it. A paragraph. Let's make it align center. I guess in stack, I want to make it full width and justify center. And click. I want to group the stack. So the stack now inside the group. And now I want to rename the group. So we're going to have what we offer section. And for the background, I want to change the color. And for the margin, we're going to reset the margin. And also the padding, top and bottom, I want to give it 128 like before. And also the right and left padding. Now we have a good one for the layout. Add after again. And let's insert block. Now this is query loop. This query loop is going to loop our post, but since we don't have any post for now, we're going to leave it for now. Just click save. Okay, let's go to create another section. I want to duplicate this one, what we offer section, and I want to change the title and the paragraph. Let's open it, but first we're going to rename our section, what we offer to what set us apart section. And I want to change the background as well, so it will have differences than previous section. And now let's copy this one for this little title on the top, and also for the heading. Let's copy. And after that, click after. And let's insert columns block, and we're going to have 3 columns here. For first columns, I'm going to have a heading. Yeah, heading blocks for now, and change to H3. Let's copy the text from the notepad we have here. After that, and after again, and going to insert a paragraph and copy the text again. And yeah, and for the font or typography, I want to change it to the M Sans. And for the font size, I want to make it about 14. Yeah, 14. And line text center. Center for heading and also for the paragraph. And text, let's make it darker. And let's group for the heading and the paragraph, and copy to the next column, so we don't have to create from start, because you just need to copy paste from column to column. Now we have 3 here, 3 column with 3 information. We just need to change the text. Now we just need to delete what we don't have. We just need to delete something. We just need to delete blocks we do not need. And repeat for the last column. Copy and paste. Yeah, just remove block that we don't need. And make the column full width so it will wide. And for the padding, give it a value 80px and save for now. Now we're going to see what we have done. So yeah, this is the what set us apart section. I think it's good for now. Just need to save again, and yeah, that's enough for now. I want block spacing to 24px or maybe 60px and save. Yeah, I think the spacing is better now. We're going to create a new section here. And first, let's change the background. And this section is for our work section. First, we're going to rename and give it our work section. And also change the title and the short text. Paste it and we're going to delete column and add before. Let's add gallery. We're going to have image is open. Yeah, as simple as that. Can insert many image you want. And now I want to click the gallery and I want to add another image to make it balanced. So we have 3x3 and I want to make it square for aspect ratio. And after that I want to reset. I think I want to give the padding about 20 and 20 block spacing, and make it, and I think make it wide width and save for now. Now we have our work section that contains images of our work. Let's see. And now this is our work section. Yeah, and I want to make some link. Just add paragraph. Oops, sorry. Yeah, paragraph. Let's call it view full gallery. And make it align text center. And for link, that link. And for the font, I want to make it DM Sans. And for the font size, I want to make it 12. And 14, I guess. And for decoration, I want to give it underscore, but I think it doesn't work. Underscore, sorry. And make it link to gallery page that we will work on that later. Click save for now. I think it's good. It's good enough for gallery. And I want to make it open in new tab. When someone click it, click apply. Save again. Okay, now we're going to work on the next section. Change the background again, so it will have differences than previous section. And let's change the title and the small text as well. But first we're going to rename the section. Save. And for first, let's change the title and this, I mean the small text. Let's change this one. And after that, for the heading, let's change the text again. And we don't need gallery, just delete it. And also the text paragraph view gallery, just delete. Add after columns, three columns, and In first columns, let's insert block, paragraph, copy the text from our note, add after, and copy text again, add after again, and copy text again for the name and the name of event. Okay, first let's change the font size or let's change the typography to DM Sans, and for appearance I want to give it regular italic, and for the font size 18 pixels and align center. Let's see, and just group the two paragraph, make it align center, and go to typography again. For the name like Sarah, let's change the typography, font and font size 12 pixel, and let's change the text color to be darker, and also the anniversary dinner text, let's change it for font or typography to DM Sans, and also font size. I think block spacing is reset. Now I want to delete the other column. Sorry. I want to duplicate so we don't have to create from ground, just changing the text and remove if there's show other block, delete, and do the same for the third column. Change the text again, and delete the extra paragraph, and change the name of the client one by one, and also the event. Now Catherine for corporate retreat, and make it full wide, and let's do some fixes. I think there's an extra space, so we need to remove it one by one. Okay, I think we're good for now. Click save. Let's refresh our page. Now we have our client say section. Now we're going to create another section. I'm going to duplicate the preview section, and I want to change the background first. And after that, I want to change the title as well. Just the heading or the title as well. And first I want to change the section name. Save. And yeah, we go to, I want to drag this heading to the top and copy paste this text from our notepad, and also the long paragraph or subheading, and I want to make it not uppercase. Yeah, and also change the font size to bigger, and I want to group it and justify item center. Oops, sorry, I mean align text center for heading. And for now, in columns, I think we don't need it for now because we're going to work on post later. So now we're going to delete it. We're going to work on it later. Yeah, I think it's good for now. Now we're going to create another section again. Just duplicate another section and rename it. And delete. I'm going to create CTA section. Click save. And in stake, or yeah, I want to change the title, and also I want to change the short paragraph or subheading and stuff like that. And we're going to delete something we do not need. But first I want to copy the button for the CTA button, and I think I'm going to duplicate it, or I want to duplicate it and drag to the CTA section in the very bottom, and delete something what we don't need, and change the text of the button. Get in touch. So this button then will have a link to contact page, and save it for now. But before that, I think I want to change the background color to the slightly light, and font size I want to increase a bit to, I think, 40, and I want to create it as a pattern. So when we create this pattern, we don't need to build it from ground when we need this pattern in the other page. Just name it. Oops, sorry. Create pattern. And name it CTA section, and add. Now we see the parallel border of our CTA section pattern. We in CTA section and we can edit here. It's separated from the home page. Okay. Refresh. Now we see CTA section here in bottom before footer. As you can see, there's extra spaces in the top of CTA section. So we're going to remove it. Just go to CTA section and click edit. And in style, we're going to remove the margin, but not remove, actually we're going to give it like negative margin, so it will goes up a little bit. Just give it 1.25 frame. Okay, now the extra spaces is gone. Yeah, tab pages here, and there's about page. Click edit and close this pop-up windows and change the template. Change to page no title like before, and don't forget to click save. Now I want to insert block. I'm going to insert paragraph, and I already have the notepad of the text we're going to use in this section. You can download and you can see this is the navigation, the folder navigation. And now I'm going to copy this about us text to our paragraph block and paste. And after that, I want to add another block. I want to add paragraph, want to create heading and give it H1. And for the text, let's copy again from the notepad and paste again. And after that, I want to add after again. And yeah, paragraph again. Copy, paste the text. After that, I want to group the block here. Now we have our block in group block. Now I want to make a group again. After that, I want to rename this group to a clear name section. I want to give it Hero About Us section. And for the background, I will change the background. And for the width, width, let's give it a full width. Then for padding, give it 128. And for paragraph, first paragraph, make it line center. Yeah, line center. And for the typography font, change it to DM Sans. And I want to change the letter case as well to uppercase. And for the font size, I want to make it 14 pixel. And for the heading, I want to make it center, line center. And for the text color, I want to make it black. And for the font size, 80 pixel. And for the paragraph or heading, I want the font. Let's give it DM Sans. And now 18 pixel for the font size. Click Save. Now we have our first section of About page. I think for the second group, I want to make it wide width or full width. For the header, wide width, and group, wide width as well. Save. Now this is our About Us page. And now for the next section of About Us page, we're going to add after. We're going to create a new section here. I'm going to add group, and I want to choose the first one, and I want to insert column. We're going to experiment with group and column, so you know. Now we have column inside group. We're experimenting and stuff. And in the main group, in the style, change the background. And also reset the margin. And make it full width. And for column, also make it full width. And after that, give it column the padding 128, and for the left and right 80 px or pixels. And in the left columns, add block heading H2 and copy text from our notepad as always. And after that, click Add After. Going to have a paragraph under the heading, and copy again. You're going to have paragraph again. I'm going to have 3 paragraph in the left side or in the left column. And for our story, we're going to change the text color. We're going to change the text color and also change the font size to 30. And for the font, change to DM Sans. And font size, I think it's going to 16. Same for the second paragraph. Make it DM Sans and font size 16. And also it apply for the third paragraph. Font, DM Sans, and for the font size, make it 16 pixel as well. And after that, in the second column or the right column, insert image. And I want to choose this image. And yeah, we can give it alternative text. It's good for SEO. Select. Now we have our image here. And for column, I want to align middle, so it will stay in the middle. And also I want to block spacing. I want to adjust it a little bit. I think 40 is good. 40 or 80 pixel is good. Save. And we're going to see our website again. We have text and also we have image. Okay, now we jump to create another section. But before that, let's rename our group here, our section here, our story section. And after that, click add, duplicate. We're going to duplicate it. And let's change the text. Change the text. Going to change the section name, our philosophy section. And next we're going to change the background color. And after that, I want to move left, so the image will be in the left side. It's pretty same layout with previous section. We're just going to change layout position and also change the text. You can copy paste based on text I provided in Notepad. You can check in this course. Now for the second paragraph, let's change the text and remove the block that we don't need. Also, let's go with the next paragraph text again. Paste it. And now for the image, let's change the image. Replace upload. In the folder asset, about us page, images. Let's choose our image. And we can give it alternative text as well. And I think aspect ratio, I leave it to portrait. Also the image in preview section, portrait as well. Now click save. Refresh, and now we have another section. Next, another section again. Add after. And add paragraph. Let's copy paste text that we have on Notepad as always. And group. After that, let's rename our values section. Save. Align center for paragraph. Add after. I want to add column. That's 3. Give it 3. And in our value section, let's change the background. Change the background and also reset the margin. Make it full width. And for the padding, I want to 128 for top and bottom. And left and right, I want to 80 pixel. Let's change our value text color and also change the font size to 35 pixel. And for the first column, I want to insert heading. H3 and copy text for the heading. We have quality text and paragraph. Let's copy. First, let's fix our paragraph. Yes, some error in spacing in enter. Now we good. Copy text again and paste. And now for the quality text, align it text to center. And for background, we'll slide dark. And font size 18 pixel or 20 pixel. I'm good with that. And for the paragraph, oops, sorry. And for the paragraph, align text center as well. Change font to DM Sans. And for font size 18 pixel. And for block spacing 18 pixel block spacing in first column. Now after that, delete another columns because we're going to copy paste. Duplicate. Is to pick duplicate 2 times. Save. And now when we reload our page, now we have our values, but it's still not good enough. I want to make it full width, make the columns full width. Save. And we're going to see it again. Now want to make it full width. Going to try wide width, so it's not too wide. And for the padding 80 pixel. Save. Let's try again. We're going to give it 60 pixel. Now I think it's better with 60 pixels. And block spacing, I want to slide it over to right to make small, click save, reload again, regular, save, reload again. Yeah, we're just messing around here, messing around with value. Now padding, I want to 80 pixel again, still not good. Now 128. Now good with 128 padding. Now let's change to the text. Let's change the text we have on our second and third column. Let's change one by one. Start again with column 2. And now column 3. Column 3, copy and paste in paragraph we have in column 3, save. Going to reload our page again. Now we have our values section. And now we're going to insert CTA section. We don't need to make it from the ground because we already have the pattern. Reload, and yeah, we have our CTA section. Okay, now we're going to jump into contact page, and let's back again. And we have contact page here. Yeah, in pages, contact page. Just click edit and close this Windows pattern and choose again for the template, change template to page no title and save. And we're going to have group. Now we have group here. I think we're going to copy again from the About Us page for the hero section. Let's paste. Let's drag it to the top if you have same problem with me, and delete the other group. Yeah, like that. And first, let's change the copywriting. Like before, we already have our text in the notepad. Let's copy it over our contact page, yeah. Let's change and rename first for this section. Save. Is it contact? And let's start conversation. And for the other text, and delete the other block and save for now. View page. And now this is our hero section of contact page. And after that, I want to click after. I'm going to insert another block. I want to insert column 50-50. And we have two column here. And first, let's make it full width. And after that, reset background. Change the background and reset the margin so we don't have extra spaces. And also padding. We're going to change the top and bottom like that. And also left and right 80px. And for the left side, for the right side, I want to insert paragraph. Heading for now, change it to H4. Going to have text here, get in touch. Oops. Add after again. And next paragraph, we typically respond within text, etc. And for the heading, I want to change text and typography as well. Change to play fair display, font size 24px. And for the paragraph below, I want to change typography and to font DM Sans and font size to 16 pixel. Now we have heading and paragraph. Let's block it and make it a group. And I want to block spacing, make it 16 pixel and duplicate it 2 times. So we have our text below that. And for column block spacing, column 2, 64px or 58px, that's good. Now let's change the text to email and second group inside the second column. And now for the third group and second column, change the text as well. Like that. And now we have the fourth group in second column. Change the heading, change the text. Like that. Copy paste, save. And refresh. Now in the right area, we have our information text. And for the right side here, we're going to insert shortcode. We're going to have shortcode for from another plugin later. Save for now. Now we're going to back again, and we're going to plugin, add plugin, click add plugin. Now search for Forminator. Actually, there's many plugin for form, but this time we're going to use Forminator. Install now. Using this plugin form, you can use to create contact form, payment form, and any custom form. Let's wait for installation. Now in install plugin, we have Forminator, and this is Forminator. Click forms and click add new. There is many template form here. I want to use this. This is we can sign up first, but we can also using Windows. I mean using Google. You can use your Google account for this, even in local environment. Site connected successfully. Now close. Now we're going to search inquiry form again. Click create form. And this is the default. Okay, now we're going to doing some customization. First in field name, edit field. Click edit field and click expanded. After that, uncheck middle name. And for first name, let's change the label, I think, or maybe I think that's not need to change. And last name, yeah, that's good for now. Now we're going to just apply. That's good for now. And now for email field, let's check it. Email address, placeholder, confirm email. Let's check that. And I think we don't need that. Apply. And for font field, I'm going to drag it to down to the bottom. And this section I'm going to delete. And for email address, I'm going to setting and make it required, so user need to have their own email on that field. And property type, I want to edit that field. Let's see what we have here. Option 1, option 2. Property type, we're going to change it to type of event. Since we don't have property, we just need event. And for option 1, private dinner. Option 2, wedding. And third option is corporate events. And for the fourth option, seasonal events, and yeah, go settings. Let's see what we have here. I think make it optional, I think, for now. And click and placeholder, apply for now. And delete this field. And additional reference, delete field. Also budget range, delete field. Section, delete as well. Also this field. This is that. Anticipated event, date, optional, apply, and consent. I don't need that field, just delete it. And let's insert another field. Going to number, insert fields, and change to estimated guess for the label. And for placeholder, let's say 20. And yeah, apply, or maybe optional, apply, and delete this viewing time field. Insert form field again, text area. In this text area, change label to details. And setting required. And for placeholder, share any details about your event, preferences, or questions. Click apply and click publish. Now we have our shortcut here. Let's copy that. Now go back to our contact page. Contact page you can access from this dashboard, or also you can access for editor. Go to pages and contact. Just copy paste the shortcode, save. Click view page. Now here we have our first form, but I think there is still need some adjustment. We need to do some adjustment. First, I want to back to name, edit field, and I want to remove the prefix. Click apply and publish change. If we reload again in contact page, now go to appearance. Going to style some field. For style, we're going to messing around here. Okay, keep it for meta styles. And for colors, let's see. For submit button, from container, I think I want to remove the background, so make it transparent. And for submit button, remove the background color and change to this color code. After that, we're going to border here and change to 0 border radius. Now reload our page. Think there's something wrong here. Layout and spacing, and this is field container, border radius, make it 0, so we're good. Publish change. Now reload again. Now I think this is close to the design that we want. And let's make it middle, or maybe keep it align top for the column section in the right side. Okay, now we're going to work on gallery pages. But first, let's copy the URL of about page into a new tab, like that. And in new tab, let's go back. And in all pages, choose gallery and edit. Just close this pattern. And for template, we're going to change it to page no title. And after that, we're going to copying block from about us page. Let's start with hero section and paste it in the block in canvas. Control V. And yeah, after that, we're going to change the name of the section into hero gallery section. Save for now. And we have a copy here, a copy of text and gallery text, copy and change the about us to gallery, pass. And for the glimpse of our crab, copy and paste it as a heading. And next, paragraph here, copy and paste again to change and remove the other block, and save for now. And after that, I'm going to add after. I'm going to have another block, make it group and just rename the section or the group into photo gallery section, and in style change background into this one, make it full width, and don't forget to reset the margin. Now we're going to let's work on padding first. Top bottom 128, and gallery block, media library. We have all image here, and you can check the image I provided in this course. We're going to have about 20 image. Create new gallery, insert gallery. Now we have a lot of image here. We're going to work on this gallery block, make it wide width, and for columns I think 2, and make it square, aspect ratio square. Save for now. View page. Now we have our gallery page here with a lot of image. Yeah, this is gallery page. And after, I'm going to insert CTS section, and this is CTS section pattern. Save for now. Things so far so good. Let's reload. Now this is our gallery page with CTS section. And after that, click save again in About Us if you haven't closed it yet. Now I want to go back to WordPress dashboard. Now I want to go to posts, all posts. Now here we're going to delete this hello world default post. We're going to have another dummy post here using plugin. So just go to plugin and straight to add plugin. Click that and search plugin for dummy content. And after that, you see there's many options you can choose for your dummy content plugin, but this time we're going to use this WP dummy content generator. Click install now and click activate if you finish it yet. Okay, now we have dummy content generator here. Just click generate post, click here. Okay, now we have an option for choose post type. If you choose post, we will have a post and services. We don't need that for now since we want to work on posts. And for number of posts, I think I want to make it 12. And post date range, you can featured image thumbnail, you can check that. And also generate assigned terms, you can check that if you think you need. And for that, you can choose whatever range you want to have. Just click generate post after that. And now we will wait after the generating is done. Now 67%, and now we have here, now we go to post, all posts, and here This is all the dummy posts we have created by that plugin dummy generator. As you can see here, this is still default page, default single page. Okay, now we have single page. We're going back to dashboard and to appearance editor. Going to editor again. Now we're going to pages and we go to journal. This is our journal page editor. Just close this window. And for templates here, just change template and template, change template and page no title. Yeah, page no title for template option. For single page, click save for now. Okay, it's being saved. And now this is paragraph. I'm going to have some text. This paragraph, our journal, and make it heading H1. And after that, I'm going to have a bit of text here in Notepad. Just copy paste. Okay, just like that. And after that, I want to group these two blocks, and yeah, we have group it. And now I want to rename the name of the group or the name of the section. Click rename. Okay, click rename. And now journal blog section, journal blog hero section. Click save. And after that, go to style. We're going to change the background to gray one. Yeah, gray one. The gray one is good. And change the width to full width. And after that, for margin, I guess I want to reset margin for now. Yeah, just reset margin 0 and padding top and bottom 128, left and right 80 pixel as always like before. And I want to, I guess, yeah, justify left. And for minimum height, change to ph. And I want to make it around 80 or maybe 50. Yeah, 50 I guess. And for our journal, change the text color and font size, change to 50 pixel. Yeah, around 50 pixel. And for paragraph, change the text font, change the font to DM Sans, and font size, I guess around 18 pixel. And click save. View page. Now we have our hero section. Okay, now in journal blog hero section, add after and query loop. We're going to choose the template, or maybe choose the template, and going to choose this one, which is header and paragraph. We're going to tweak it a bit later. And here in title, click add before, and I want to insert featured image. Insert featured image. Now we have featured image here. And after that, I want to go to group, add after, and drag it to the top under the grid or under post template. Now here in the very bottom, I want to insert previews. Yeah, pre-pagination, sorry. want to have pagination and click save for now. Now if we see our page, now let's see, we done something wrong here. Let's check again. And grid to grid full width, and query type, click custom, post type, intent per page, I want to 6 for now, click save. Let's see. Okay, now we're good. We have our post here with next page button, image on the top, featured image, and then in grid click rename. I want to rename it to be post section, click save, and after that in click group and rename to be post section. Name to be post section for this group, click save. And in style, in post section, I want to reset the margin, change the background color to gray 2. And after change the background color, I want to change the padding to top bottom 128, 80 pixel, left and right. Or maybe we leave it for now. Post section query loop, wide width. And in featured image, I want to try to change styles, or maybe resolution, or maybe styles. Change to radius for top 16 pixel and top right 16. Yeah, maybe that's good for now. And for title, I want to change typography font into font, or maybe font size for now to 18 pixel, 24 pixel, 35 pixel, 24 pixel, 34, save. And for excerpt, I want to change the typography font, change to DM Sans, and for the font size, change to 18 pixel. We're going to drag it to the top under featured image, and for the text is read article, and for title, click save. Now if we check our page again, it becomes better. Yeah, it becomes more tidy. And I want to back to excerpt again. Number of excerpt, I want to 40, limit 40, save. So it won't be too long. Or maybe we can change to 30, save. Now we have 30 on excerpt, 30 characters. Okay. Featured image. Maybe go to style again for featured image. I want to change to square, aspect ratio, keep it cover, or maybe standard. Let's see what we have here. Okay, that's good. Now group, Group, I want to block spacing. I want to remove the block spacing in group, or maybe tiny. A tiny, save. If we reload again, we don't see anything now. Okay, let's see what we're gonna do. I guess I'm going to post template, and for block spacing, keep 20 pixel, and for group, block spacing or padding type none. To left and right, keep it none. Padding top bottom none as well. Save. And if we reload, now we have our post here. Title change to 28 for font size. Now save, reload. I want to font size to be 16 pixels. Save. Let's see what we have now. Okay, 16 pixel. And yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good with this size of title and font. Maybe go to post template again, background, change to white maybe. I think, let's see. Okay, in post that title excerpt, I want to group that so it will have a different background and padding. Give it tiny padding top bottom, left and right. Save. Now if we reload, go to group. Now this group is going to change the background to be gray one, so it will have the differences then with the background. Now you can see the contrast of the background of the post and the background of the page. And in group, maybe go to X small for padding. Click save again. Reload. Now we're good. I think it's better than before. For group again, I think I want to block spacing, maybe tiny. Save. I want to see the progress. Now if we reload, now we have a better block spacing inside the text. Okay, and for the pagination, I want to align center, and for, let's see, for pagination, or maybe in post template, I want to, or post section, I want to, for pagination, in pagination, I want to go to style. Okay, maybe add before pagination. I want to have separate spacer. Now we have spacer around 40 pixels. Click save and reload. And now we have our pagination below the post. Okay, now after that click add after, and in block CTA section like before, and click save. And now if we reload the page, now we have a good page, a good design of post section. We click to open new tab to read article. We're going to see this is the default design of our post single page. Okay, we're going to work on it, but now go to WordPress dashboard and go to post, all posts. Now I want to create another post that more makes sense, not just lorem ipsum. So I already have the article. You can check the link and you just need to copy paste all the stuff. Okay, just copy paste one by one, paste, and now this image, copy image and paste to the editor, and after that go to this caption, just alternative text and caption, caption, paste, and just copy one by one for the text, paste again, and now comfort food, paste, copy paste. Okay, then I click publish. Now we're going to add categories, add category. Now add menu ideas, new ideas, and add category, and uncheck for don't categorize, and click save. Or set featured image, set featured image, set featured image, and after that click save, just like that. Now we have our menu ideas post. So now I want to change the font size to DM Sans, typography style, DM Sans. Okay, like that, and font size to M. Save. Okay, now let's do that for the rest. Take it as must practicing muscle memory, so you will have a muscle memory of the Gutenberg menu, DM Sans, M, just like that, font, DM Sans again, DM Sans, font, DM Sans, M, here typography, font, DM Sans, M, and so on, typography, font, DM Sans, M, typography, font, DM Sans, M, typography, font, DM Sans, M, and save. Now if you refresh the page, now we have a better sizing of our article. Okay, now we're going to back to WordPress dashboard, and after that I'm going to go to editor again in appearance, click editor, and I want to go to pages, templates, sorry. And after that, I want to here, single post. We're going to edit the design, just click that. Yeah, this is the default design of single post. This is group. I'm going to, let's see what we have here. Okay, I'm going to remove this one. I'm going to cut, delete, or maybe it starts with this one. Group 2, delete, click delete, and here again, click delete as well. Okay, now we have here group, and maybe I want to delete as well. Now we're going to add after query cover. I'm going to have cover USB to the image, and for the background, or maybe in cover, in paragraph, I'm going to delete it for now. And in cover, I want to change, change the minimum height to ph, 50 pw, pw, save, reload. Okay, now we have our single post here with the early design. Now go to aspect ratio. I want to give it original, and for the inner block use content width, uncheck that, and if we refresh, so the overlay is wider. And in minimum height, I want to make it 20. Let's save, and let's see for overlay, this gray 2, save again. Now if you reload, now this is the height. In overlay, I want to make it around 20, save again. Okay, now we're going to back to WordPress dashboard. And after that, I'm going to go to editor again in appearance. Click editor, and I want to go to pages, templates, sorry. And after that, I want to here, single post. We're going to edit the design, just click that. Yeah, this is the default design of single post. This is group. I'm going to, let's see what we have here. Okay, I'm going to remove this one. I'm going to cut, delete, or maybe it starts with this one. Group 2, delete, click delete, and here again, click delete as well. Okay, now we have here group, and maybe I want to delete as well. Now we're going to add after query cover. I'm going to have cover USB to the image, and for the background, or maybe in cover, in paragraph, I'm going to delete it for now. And in cover, I want to change, change the minimum height to ph, 50 pw, pw, save, reload. Okay, now we have our single post here with the early design. Now go to aspect ratio. I want to keep it original, and for the inner block use content width, uncheck that, and we refresh, so the overlay is wider. And in minimum height I want to make it 20. Let's save and let's see for overlay this gray too. Save again. If you reload, now this is the height. In overlay I want to make it around 20. Save again. Click add after, and I want to insert title block for now. Title and text line text center. And in title I want to add after again. I want to insert categories, and or maybe going to save for now. Now if we reload the page, okay, now we have here menu ideas category, and after that I want to group that to block, and I want to rename this block to be content section. Click save, and after that drag to the top for the categories and group. For categories, we have categories inside the group, and after that I want to add after, and now I want to type 8-minute read and group. After that add after again, add before, and now I want to insert maybe I want to insert this icon from SPG block. From SPG block you can install, because it's not default by Gutenberg. Okay, now we search for icon. Search for clock icon. I want to choose this one, this clock. Insert icon, and after that we're going to row this group, and for SPG block icon change to px custom 24px, and in row I want to remove the default padding and default block spacing to be tiny, and in group above category make it row and justify item center, just like that. And categories again I want to change the font to be DM Sans, and lettercase to be uppercase. And for small and medium I want to keep it small for font size. And for text change this heading black, and paragraph SPG block I want to make it 20 pixel. And fill color, let's choose this heading to be black, to be dark, or maybe this text, this one is better. And for paragraph change to this text, and typography font I want to change to DM sans and font size small. And for row, I want to change the block spacing to be 8 maybe, or 4. Yeah, 4. And for content section, margin, I think for padding, top bottom 128 and 80 pixel, and background change to this gray one. Okay, and after that in SVG block click save. Now if we reload, now we have categories and etc. and title. Back again, I want to make it H1 and change to this heading. Font size, maybe I want to try px 40 pixel. Reload, yeah, just like that, and make it wide width. Save again. Now if we reload, I think that's bad. Change to none again. If we save, okay, now we're going to go to title again, and after I want to insert date. So this is the date the post created, and change the font. Change the font to be DM sans, and for font size 16 pixel. Click save, and if we reload the page, now we have our date. Add after again. Now I want to have content. Now this is the content. Save. Reload again. Now we have our content, text and image. Okay. Now I think I want to go to this cover. I want to change the minimum height to be 30. Save. Let's see. Now it's taller than before. Maybe now I want to go to content section, or maybe content section. I want to change the padding to be 100 for top bottom. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Now maybe in content section, and after, and I want to insert separator. And for margin, none. And after again, I want to insert paragraph. We're going to have our little brand here, our little brand name here, Loneta Catering Co. Catering Crafting Memorable Celebration since 2018. Now group that to block, and after that is the item center, and in group, in padding, in margin I want to remove the margin for now, and I want to change the background color to be gray too, and align text center, or maybe in group, change the padding to be 20 for top bottom, and align text center as well. And after that, in typography, change to DM Sans. After that, in text, change to heading. The text color, or maybe typography, font, DM Sans, size M for font size. And after that, in group, block spacing none. Click save. Let's reload. Now we're good for that. Small brands awareness. Background maybe gray 1. Okay. Now click rename. Now this is a Loneta text section. Okay, click save. And now click adapter. Now insert CTA section. Previous post. Adapter again. We're going to have another navigation. Next post. Block the 2 and group. Change orientation and justify item space between. And in styles, I want to padding 80 pixel and margin 0. And for padding, I want to 40 pixel. And background change to be this gray 2. Or maybe a gray 2. And a row or saffron maybe. Row save. Now if we reload again, now we have navigation. If we click previous, we're going to previous post. And if we click next, we're going to go to the next post. Okay, now I want to display the title as a link, so it will have a good navigation. Click save. Reload. Now we have a better navigation here. If we reload that, okay. Okay, now we have good navigation. We can go to next or previous post. And after that, just rename this row to be navigation section. Click save. Okay, now add after. I want to go with CTA section. Click save. And if we reload the page, we're going to have here our CTA section like we have in another page before. Now if we scroll down, here our CTA section. Okay. Now we click edit in footer. Let's go to font size, maybe 15 pixel for paragraph. Click save. And if we reload, now that's better.